So today we're going to talk about inflammation in our gut today. Now, inflammation is actually a normal immune response. Your immune system recognizes certain foreign molecules and attacks them, and that is a very natural response God designed for us to deal with things that should not be in our body. But now, when we have constant excess inflammation, it can become a very big issue. It becomes a very big health issue that is overlooked. When I have my discovery calls with clients, sometimes we go directly to the gut talk because when you are able to apply certain principles to reduce your inflammation, you do actually unlock a lot of health issues and solve a lot of health problems. So today, it seems like a simple thing, but it's going to actually be very life-changing for you if you're suffering from health problems and inflammation. Because as Hippocrates, the father of medicine, said, all disease begin in the gut. Now, digestion begins in the mouth. Your digestive tract isn't just your stomach and intestines. It starts the moment food enters your mouth and continues all the way through your system. Your mouth is that first step in digestion. That's why it's important when we have the habit of chewing slowly, eating slowly, you're actually helping to digest the food even before it gets to your stomach. So chewing breaks down the food, and your saliva already starts to break the food down chemically before it even reaches your stomach. Now, a healthy gut starts with mindful eating. Remember that. Chew well, eat slowly, and support your digestion. Our body, it's fascinating to think that our body has this system called the gut microbiome. It refers specifically to all the microorganisms living in your intestines. Humans have trillions of these microorganisms in and actually on our body. It's really cool to think that we're kind of like the colony for these bacteria to live on us. And the idea is to help the good bacteria grow and minimize and reduce the bad bacteria. So it's about balancing your gut flora. And it's actually more than balancing. It's actually about really just increasing more good bacteria than bad bacteria. Now in this presentation, you'll see a link to read more about this if you're interested. The gram-negative bacteria produce endotoxins that can really wreak a lot of havoc on our health. Now, when I said that your digestion starts in the mouth, goes all the way through your system, think of that as a tunnel. As your food enters and exits on the other end, the intestinal lining prevents these gram-negative bacteria from entering your bloodstream. They're preventing endotoxins from entering your bloodstream. They're preventing things that you should not be allowing into your body if you have a good and high integrity intestinal lining. But what happens is that because we are highly inflamed, we have damaged our gut lining, we have damaged our intestinal lining, we could potentially have leaky gut. Now, this causes intestinal permeability, meaning that you're allowing larger toxin molecules into your bloodstream. So what are some of the symptoms of a leaky gut syndrome? It affects your brain. It can cause depression, anxiety, ADHD, affects your skin if you're getting rashes, eczema, psoriasis, acne, super dry skin. Could be a symptom of this. Thyroid issues, colon issues, you have constipation, diarrhea, IBS, IBD, back and forth between the two, constipation, diarrhea. Your adrenals, you feel tired for no reason, despite getting food, despite getting rest, you just feel exhausted. You have joint issues, rheumatoid arthritis, fibromyalgia, headaches, just pain in your joints and muscles all the time, no matter what you're trying to do to help it out. It just doesn't get any better. And you get frequent colds and food sensitivities. You are sick often. Your sinus and your mouth are affected. So all of these things could be a symptom of intestinal permeability. Again, I just want to stress that this is not a diagnosis. I am not a doctor. If you have any of these symptoms, you should get it checked by a medical professional. Some other signs of imbalance: hair loss, abnormal periods for women, puffy appearance, you have skin irritation, premature wrinkles, fatigue, food intolerance. Now, the problem of chronic inflammation, when your inflammation does not go down, it can lead to a lot of serious medical issues like obesity, heart disease, diabetes 2, type 2 diabetes, metabolic syndrome, Alzheimer's disease, and depression. So today we're going to talk about how to help you balance your gut microbiome, making sure that we are helping those good bacteria multiply and flourish. So we do that by feeding the good bacteria and reducing the inflammation in our system. I'm going to share with you two terms that are important to learn today. They are prebiotic and probiotic. So the prebiotics feed your probiotics. So the prebiotics feed your probiotics, meaning that these prebiotics are the good ingredients that you want to have, you want to be eating, so that your good bacteria will flourish and multiply. And these substances come from types of carbs and mostly fiber that we humans can't digest, but these good bacteria really love. And then the probiotics are the live bacteria found in certain foods or supplements. They can provide numerous health benefits to your body and reduce all the other symptoms we just talked about. The prebiotics feed the probiotics. So let's look at prebiotic. What are the prebiotic foods that you might choose to add to your system, to your daily routine? Berries, pineapple, asparagus, onions, garlic, ginger, dandelion greens, bananas, leeks, and oats. So this doesn't mean that you have to eat all of these in one day. It just means that wherever you are in the world, choose a few of these things you can incorporate into your daily routine, add to your cooking, snack on them, add them to a menu, a recipe. Now, probiotics exist in these foods. So these foods are the prebiotics, but they also have the bacteria that live in them. For example, apple cider vinegar, kimchi, kombucha, kefir, sauerkraut, sourdough bread, tempeh, yogurt with live cultures, cheese. So for example, as you're eating kimchi, you are eating the cabbage that's been fermented, but inside that kimchi is also bacteria. So two birds with one stone. Eat the kimchi. You eat the probiotic and the prebiotic together. Now, this doesn't mean to overdo. I don't mean that you need to eat like a ton of each of these things. Just choose what's available to you. There is such a thing as too much of a good thing, because if you do eat like 500 grams of kimchi, you might get more bloating than originally. You didn't have any problem with that. So make sure you're not eating too much, just a little bit at a time. You'll notice that in Asian culture, like the Koreans, Japanese, Chinese, we eat fermented food with just a little bit of that to complement the rice, the fish that we're eating already. Okay, so prebiotics feed the probiotics. Now, here are some anti-inflammatory ingredients. We're going to talk about anti-inflammation smoothies today. So these are great ingredients to incorporate into your smoothies. There's turmeric powder, black pepper, berries, avocados, oranges, dark chocolate, cherries, gingers, carrots, kale, and leafy greens. Great to add into your smoothies. Now, again, a note with the turmeric, you need to add turmeric with black pepper together to really help your body absorb the turmeric. And here are some great gut-loving, anti-bloating smoothies. Now, a smoothie, I'm sure all of you have had smoothies and have made smoothies sometime in your life. But just to deconstruct, there are three parts of a smoothie. There's a liquid. You can use coconut water, kefir, kombucha tea, or coffee, and a base to make it a bit more chunky, more creamy, the greens and the cream, fruit, greens, and nuts. And then something cold tastes better with some chill factor. So frozen fruit, frozen yogurt, or ice. Now put all these together, you get a nice smoothie. And some pro tips: add a little bit of pink Himalayan salt to draw out the fruit's natural sweetness. Top with some Ceylon cinnamon to add some spice and increase fat metabolism. Add chia seeds or flax seeds for some extra fiber. And here are some just combinations I've tried that taste good, but these are just some ideas, some examples. Be sure to have fun and experiment with what works for you. Take a screenshot of this and give it a go, and comment below what tastes good to you. Okay, so that is our session on anti-inflammation smoothies and anti-inflammation ingredients. Hope this was helpful, and let me know if you have any questions.